I get a lot of comments on social media and YouTube asking me what modifications I have on my RAV4. So I thought I would do a quick video explaining all of them. It's a 2016 RAV4 LE, all-wheel drive. LE is like the cheapest trim. And the only thing that I think is different, which makes me wish I got an XLE, is I believe the brakes are a little smaller. The tires are Falken Wildpeak AT Trail in 245/65 R17. The diameter is just under 30 inches. It's like 29.5, and it's roughly an inch wider and an inch taller than stock. And you can fit these tires, this size tires, without a lift. I ran these tires for about a year before I had my lift. The rims are LP Aventure LP1s in the 17-inch size, and I think the width is like about 7.5 inches. So pretty close, or I think the same as the factory size. I believe you can fit 16-inch rims on 4th gen RAV4s. I'm not sure. I've seen a couple people do it. I kind of wish I would have done that. Next is the lift. I did a Northwoods Performance lift with Bilstein B6 shocks. I only did a 1-inch lift because I don't want to wear out my CV axles, and I don't really do really crazy trails on this, so I don't really need the ground clearance. And I'm not really into sacrificing down travel for ground clearance. So there's 1-inch strut spacers. The mechanic who installed them had to cut the bolts that stick out because there's like 2 lips on this and it was hitting, so he had to cut the bolts from the top of the strut. The springs are Northwoods Performance as well, front and rear. They're these blue ones here. They're 10% stiffer than stock, and I believe they're a progressive spring rate. And my favorite modification overall is the Bilstein B6 struts and shocks. I think this vehicle is way under dampened, and even if I didn't take it off-road, I would suggest Bilstein B6 shocks and struts for a daily driver. It's helped so much with nosedive, or there is no nosedive now, and cornering. It does kind of chatter a little bit over like, I don't know, like razor burn or like washed out areas, but I think that's true of all Bilstein shocks, maybe except for the really expensive ones. There's the rear. It also has Bilstein B6 struts, or I guess it would be shocks in the rear. And let's see if you can see them here. Where are they? There's the spring. And then I got the stock length Northwoods Performance Springs, but there's a 5/8 inch little spacer on top. So I have just over a 1/2 inch extra ground clearance and another 1/2 inch from the tire, so like one inch higher in the back and like 1.5 inches in the front. Overall, if I measure from the lowest point of the skid plate, I think it's 8.5 inches of ground clearance, which isn't a ton, but I think this stock RAV4 only has 6.5, so it's 2 inches higher than stock. Hard to see, but there's also longer front Swaybar Endlinks from Northwoods Performance, kind of just in front here. They're really nice. They come with a Zerk fitting, so you can grease them. The OEM ones are known to kind of get rusty and seize up. The skid plate is from Northwoods Performance. I got the aluminum one with the holes for the oil drain plug and the oil filter. And there's also a high clearance front pipe that connects to the catalytic converter. Northwoods Performance is an awesome company. They give you new bolts and a new gasket. I really like Northwoods Performance. Roof basket is the Yakima Offgrid medium. I just have the OEM crossbars. I didn't get any fancy ones. And I believe, I need to double check, but I'm almost sure these tires are too big to fit in the spare tire compartment, which is normally down here. Normally, this 4th gen RAV4 comes with a donut, as most new vehicles do. So that's why I put it up here. It kind of hurts the gas mileage a little bit. I think it looks cool. And also I can store a bunch of camping stuff underneath the trunk. The adapter for the spare tire is also sold from Yakima. And what I really like about this one compared to other ones is it locks. So like if I'm using my RAV4 as a daily, I have this little padlock on here. I've seen a lot of people just use like ratchet straps on their spare tire, which is like fine if you're camping, but if you use your overland vehicle as a daily, someone could just undo the ratchet strap and steal your spare tire. Here, this bar here is right there. It's called, it's also from Northwoods Performance. Again, I love them. Nathan, the owner, is amazing. So this is the rally bar with the Prerunner hoop. The Prerunner hoop is optional, and there's different prices. The install was super easy. The lights are Hella Valuefit 500 LEDs, and they have 2 settings, which is really cool. The low beam setting, it's just kind of like, it's not really a low beam, it's like an accent light. You can see, let's see, right there, there's just like that, which I use a lot when I'm just driving around just to look cool. High beam or full power. The amber covers were sold separately. It also comes with black covers. Their amber is really good in the rain and in the dust in the desert and the snow. Really happy with these lights. The other cool thing about the rally bar is it comes with these toe points here, which bolt into your factory toe points. So if you do get stuck, your buddy in a Jeep or a 4Runner can just quickly put a soft shackle there, where normally if you don't have this installed, you have to undo this plastic cover and then screw in the little eyelet thing to attach a soft shackle or D-ring to. This is my Optima Yellowtop battery that I upgraded to. The main reason I got it was because regular car batteries are lead acid, and after a trip to the desert with a lot of whoops, the OEM battery was spilling a lot of liquid out and the terminals got really corroded. So the main reason I got this was because these Yellowtop Optima batteries are dry cell or AGM batteries, which means they don't have liquid. I don't know the exact stats, but I know the cold crank amps are much higher, and also the battery life is like significantly higher. I've had it for about 2 years, and there's like no corrosion on the terminals, which is really awesome. Yeah, I really like this battery. The little lid, when you buy it, the lid, there's like a little inch here. You take it off and you flip it on the bottom here, and it's kind of a spacer so that this is flush. One thing I don't like about it is it's smaller than the stock one. So like the stock one would go to this lip here. So there's like a gap, but I cinched it down pretty good and it hasn't moved since. Next upgrade is this EcoHitch. I got this one. It was probably the most expensive one I saw. I got this one because it has the highest departure angle. The guy who installed it had to cut in here. A lot of the hitches hang really low, and even though I don't seriously off-road this, since I carry a dirt bike and sometimes I go camping, I don't want to compromise my departure angle too much. This is the Black Widow non-folding dirt bike carrier. It's a little more expensive than the competition, which is the Harbor Freight one. The reason I paid more for this one is it's a lot lighter. This one is only 36 pounds. The Harbor Freight one, in comparison, is 51 pounds. On this little RAV4, I'm really careful about trying not to overload the hitch.
So yeah, that's my RAV4. I love it. It's 10 years old. I have 65,000 miles on it. It's not really a hardcore off-roader, but it has taken me a lot of places. It's surprised a lot of people, and I have surprised myself. I also have done some damage to it. And lastly, here's my brand new Kawasaki KLX 230R.